Do or do not. There is no try. Yoda said this, and it's very applicable to this task, which is leading yourself and having a growth mindset. Actually, before Yoda, we have had a lot of theorists that have been working on these kind of ideas about doing and the importance of doing things. Well, they don't maybe mention do, but they say act. And what Donald Schoen did in the Reflective Practitioner is to say that, of course, you can reflect on your actions afterwards, but there is also learning when you do things in that moment, and that's the reflection in action. And this is how reflections work. You do something, you reflect upon it, you conceptualize, that is, you rebuild your ideas about how things work, and then you apply it again. Sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. Adding to Yoda and Schoen, we also have Carol Dweck, who in 2009 wrote about a growth mindset. And that is to contrast a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is characterized by you should look talented at all costs. You shouldn't work too hard or practice too much. And when faced with setbacks, run away or conceal your deficiencies. No, Carol Dweck, she said that you need to do the opposite if you want to be successful. You need to have the mindset of learning. Learn all the time through your actions, both the things that goes well and the things that don't go that well. So you have to work with passion and dedication. Effort is the key. You see the relationship between Yoda and Carol Dweck here? And you also embrace your mistakes and confront your deficiencies. So in a sense, doing, acting is an entrepreneurship didactics. That is, you learn by doing. And also you can say that reflection on actions is about doing things better. And that is what the growth mindset is about. You grow and you do things better all the time if you have the right mindset. Reflection is very important when it comes to learning. Gustav Hegg wrote about this, and he said that a very good thing to have with you when you're an entrepreneurship student is a reflective diary. And sometimes we can organize ourselves around that. In this course we use LoopMe, and in all the assignments, all tasks, there are as well reflections that you need to do. So we sort of build in the reflections in this course. So you do things and then you reflect in action. But also when you've done things, you reflect on actions. So before you should do something, you should ask yourself questions. How have I prepared? What is of particular interest to me? And how do I explain this? You sort of organize your mind around it. Then you do it. And after you've done something, you can start with just more or less a way of describing what happened. What have I done and who have I met? How did it go? And why did I do what I did? Did I do what I planned to, or was it something else? And you do observations about it, and you reflect upon it, and you connect to theories and other sources of knowledge. So, and afterward, you can end with, say, okay, I've learned this and this, all things didn't go that well, and then you can have ideas of how you want to change your behavior in the future. So, how do you reflect then? There is not one way, there are several ways, and these are 5 ways that I wrote about. For once, you can start meditating, and you can do it whenever, on the bus, on the toilet, or wherever you have a few minutes to spare. You can do it in writing. It's like when Gustav wrote about the reflective diary. You can talk to people. You can also evaluate things. And then you can doodle, building mind maps and figures and models and things. There's not one way that suits everyone, and all these ways are not applicable all the time. But in this course, you do write things. We force you to do it. We force you to talk about things with your peers and friends and families and whoever you meet. And we also want you to evaluate how things have been going for you. And of course you can doodle or do whatever you feel is good for you. And by doing that, you verbalize things. It's not just abstract patterns in your mind. It becomes words and then more easily to grasp. You make it visible for yourself, the things that you're supposed to learn and work with, and you become more concrete. And by doing this over and over again, you repeat, and of course, you learn better if you do that. I wrote about reflection in a book, a Swedish book. So if you read Swedish and talk Swedish, please check it out. It's about reflecting when you write a thesis. Some parts of it is still relevant for this course, of course. Now I'm trying to translate it to English, and if everything has gone well, you'll find a copy of this at Canvas or someplace where I will upload it. But if you look at it a bit closer, you'll see how the book is structured. So this is Academic Me, that's the working title. And even in the first chapter, I start with having a few headings that's about reflection. And how to reflect is there. And as you see, all chapters, they end with reflective questions. So the idea is if you work with this book, you get prompts, or reflective prompts, I should say, about what should I think about if I want to write a thesis in this case. But what should I think about if I want to succeed with the tasks that are given in this course? And if I want to succeed to build on a green transition in my company? Those are the things that you should work with. That's it, really. Good luck when it comes to the task. You'll find it in Loop Me. And I think that will be enough. Bye-bye.